I'm Theon Johnson III, and I'm here with a cohort of folks from Glide Church right down that way. Glide is in the house. We have had a long-standing history of doing the work of calling out the injustices that threaten the least among us. And today is no different. We stand to call out an injustice that has been served to a young black man. So I have a question. Because last time I checked, I think I'm relatively young. And I'm kind of black. Do I look suspicious? You know, what troubles me most about this challenge is that we live in a society that creates Trayvon Martins. And a society that also creates George Zimmermans. What we find though is a unique challenge, new to 2013, to the 21st century. We live in an age that is colorblind, right? We live in a post-racial society, right? Y'all come on, talk back to me. Untrue.
That's all right.
I'm sorry. But even with these off, I can see color. And I can't see very far. What we find is that we have a George Zimmerman, one who the media really hasn't talked too much about. We haven't really named his racial ethnic location. We're dealing with a Latino brother. One who has, for whatever chords we want to offer him, whatever lines of diversity we want to sweep under the rug, is one who enjoyed the privileges that a racialized society offers to those who are privileged. Who am I talking about? Who am I talking about? I'm talking about people who've got the power. That's who I'm talking about. The assumptions of George Zimmerman about black men were rooted in the assumptions of a racialized society, a system of government that in turn bestowed privileges of acquittal upon those who look the right color. But you know what? This decision and the past events of the past few days can make it easy for us to want to hate folks. For us to want to tear up buildings and bust out windows. But that's not the way. That is not the answer. We must not sit idly by and accept the establishment of precedents for the continued practices of sanctioning racial profiling. We must not stand by as long as walking while black can be a death sentence. As long as walking while black has the potential to be deadly, we've got work to do. As long as people are being profiled, come on y'all, we've got work to do. As long as our children feel unsafe, we've got work to do. As long as folks experience hopelessness and despair, we've got work to do. As long as we live in a society where intolerance is tolerated, we've got work to do. As long as our prisons overflow with black boys and girls, we've got work to do. As long as we live in a society that justifies George Zimmerman's, we've got work to do. As long as we live in a society that creates Trayvon Martins, we've got work to do. My friends, the time is not now for We cannot give in. We must come together. We must stand together. We must advocate together. We must continue forward together. We must engender hope together.